this thing is freaking huge. I wasn't expecting this to be this big.
What is it? The carpet?
No.
No.
That thing behind you.
Oh, I bought one of those too, but I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah, it's freaking huge. I have the small ones. I didn't expect this one to be this big.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was more of a small one.
Oh wow. Yeah, I absolutely own one of those as well, and whoops. Oh wait, maybe I bought it on PC. I don't think I got to the golden and the luxury here on this one. Dang nabbit.
Look at the stitching on this thing. That's like, each stitch is like the size of my character's hand. Like, come on.
We are little Bosmer.
But still.
It was sewn by giants, Gwen. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back before we start.
Okay, same.
Apparently, I had smushed a marshmallow piece into my chair.
I might have enough writs if I have the recipes to do them all to get a station. A singular station.
This is where I wish we could share, or those stations wouldn't be bound, because I have a ton of them, but it won't matter.
Well, you have a ton of writs or vouchers?
Writs.
No. I mean, if they're writs that I can do, you could give me the writs, I guess.
Well, that's true.
Or, I mean, for only 4 stations, I guess. Well, I guess the downside of trying to put them in your house would be you didn't have to go and get all of the existing sets we already have. You'd be starting from scratch.
Yeah, that would be the problem.
Not that we have a ton, but...
And I'm not a master crafter, technically, but you are, so you probably actually have more than I do.
May this one be of service.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
What?
Let's see. Yeah. They're selling individual grains for nearly $2,000, and blue ones for nearly $2,000 a piece. I hadn't checked.
That's not that bad considering what they were selling for on PC, which was exorbitant.
There's 40 grains for 240,000, which would turn into 40 platings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which would be enough to do 5 upgrades at 8 apiece.
Yep. That's correct.
I wonder if the values on existing writs are going to go down. Did they say anything about that?
They're gonna try and make it more comparable. I think they were just trying to rebalance it overall to match the other.
Right, but if I have an existing writ that has a ton of vouchers on it, is that going to be reduced?
I don't think so. I think that's gonna stay the same.
I'm back.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Hi. Okay. Oh, I was gonna put away that banner. No, we'll leave the banner. Why not? People can know how crazy ridiculous this banner
cares? Yeah.
Warn people. I mean, it's probably too late if you already got it, but this is what it looks like in a snug pod. It's huge.
It's
That's
massive.
stitching.
Absolutely massive.
I've been in a red mood. Got a lot of red decorations in here.
Are you gonna give Never the big chair?
Well, I figured you were going to sit on the mushroom scan. I even put a stack of books up there for you.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't going to. I was going to sit by you two, since you're both here.
Oh. Well then, yeah. No, Never can have the big chair. I don't blend into the background today since I am wearing very little clothing.
That's true. You're wearing the, is that the doe skin one, or is that the other one?
Tree climber or something.
Tree
like
climber?
that. Yeah. I wanted something that showed off my tattoos since we're talking about buoyant armatures today.
Yeah. I think I have those too.
Yeah, you get them from helping Vivek in the divine something or other in Morrowind.
Got it.
Yeah, that was one of the first things Jacqueline did in the second era, and so she got the tattoos and just kind of kept them.
I mean, I could always go this again.
Part of the Blue Man group. Now you're a ghost, and now you're a ghost.
Yep. Oh, Telvanni Magister? I forgot about getting that. I did not remember that that was a personality you got from completing the questline in Vardenfell.
You get it from completing the one over in Sadrith Mora, I think. That's it, right? The Telvanni area.
It just says, rewarded for completing the Telvanni questline.
Yeah, the Telvanni personality, you get it for doing the Sun and Shadows quest.
Ah.
No, I can blend into the background. I can be a red kitty.
You do blend in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have the tree climber costume. I have the tree thane mosaic jerkin. And the vine
That one's
dust
good,
vigilant. Ooh, I love this one. But it doesn't show off.
This is called Grot Climber's Activewear.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that one. That's the only other one that I have.
Those look kind of the same. Just different colors.
Privateer's apparel. It's interesting how because of our character's coloration, how different the same skin looks.
Yep. That, and I also have the frostbite skin on top of it.
Oh, do you?
As soon as I got that, I kept it on my character. I wanted to be as pale as possible, because I can't tan to save my life.
Alright, well, here we are. We made it. We're
got
59
coffee.
59 minutes into stream.
Well, we did a longer pre-show. We knew we were doing a
did.
longer pre-show.
We did. We did. Alright. I'm a mute. Whenever we're ready.
Hello, welcome back to A Snugpod Cast, Gwen. I mean, everyone else. Also Gwen.
Oh, I was just about to start talking if you weren't. You're fine.
Amazing!
That was a dramatic pause.
Well, you know, I can always cut out the excess later, but, you know, yeah, as I said, Gwen is back with us this week. How are you, Gwen?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I got to do a dungeon with the Undaunted people.
Whoop whoop.
Undaunted.
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 We
We
are
are Undaunted.
undaunted.
That was way earlier than we all expected for that.
Yeah, well, it fits.
It fits.
Also, Gone Crazy back soon. How you be?
I be crazy and back soon? No, I'm good.
Aren't you back now?
Yeah,
I'm back
you're
now.
Back now.
Oh.
I'm not, well, yeah, but not for long, because I go on vacation tomorrow. Finally! Oh, I'm so excited.
And then you'll be back not soon.
And then I'll be back not soon. I'll be
Right.
neglecting my ESO accounts for a few days, and that's okay.
Good.
Just carry a device, remote play, you know.
Oh my gosh,
That's actually-
not in the Rift.
I probably will log in while I'm up in the Rift, but I won't be logging in on my PC account because I'm not taking my laptop, so... I don't know, maybe I will, but probably not.
Cool. And I sometimes separate, but usually never separate. Never separate. Yeah. And
Man, you don't know your own name, man.
I don't know a lot of things these days. Yeah, so I also will be going on vacation next week. So you will be gone, and you're gone for 2 weeks, aren't you?
Well, I thought it was over 2 Sundays, but it's not. It's just one, because I leave tomorrow. I was thinking I was going to be gone already for this show, but I leave tomorrow, and then I'll come back next, Tuesday?
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I'll be gone, and you'll be coming back, and Gwen will be here, right?
Yep.
So there'll be something going on next week. But anyway, this week we have ESO stuff to talk about. That's why we're all here. And that's why you're here, I would assume, if you're listening, is because you want to hear us talk about ESO stuff and not about our vacations. Or maybe you do want to hear about our vacations, but we haven't been on them yet, so we can't talk about them.
Yeah. Maybe in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Wait. You got the timing wrong, Never. I will be the only one here next week. Which means there probably won't be anything next week unless I can find a guest co-host.
Oh.
I was thinking about that too, and I was like, I think the cat got it wrong.
The cat can't count. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I guess
those claws.
Cat.
It happens. Fine.
It's the 5 claw.
You should probably just put me back in the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
God, I'm gonna have to put a sack by your chair.
Oh my gosh, do it.
It'll be a pretty big bag.
You should actually put the chair sitting on top of a bunch of burlap sacks.
That makes it look like it's a burlap sack that's open. That is just
Yes.
I can do that.
Amazing.
Be out of the bag. Very cool. Well, we are here in front of this big Dark Brotherhood banner.
Yes. We got it from the Golden Vendor tonight. It's really huge. It was a lot bigger than what I expected. I have a couple small ones, and so I thought I was getting another small one. I was like, yeah, another small Dark Brotherhood banner for my little library and my townhouse, and that was not what this was.
Well, it looks nice anyway, so.
It looks really nice. Like, the shading on it and everything is great, and I look forward to trying to find a real spot for it eventually, but right now it's just sitting here, because, oh my gosh, I had to share it with you.
Well, we're glad that you did. And that's a giant hand, so maybe when the show is done, they can scratch behind my ear. I've got an itch.
Oh, that's what the tentacles are for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lean a little to the one direction and it'll be all right.
Yep.
All right. Well, Gwen, you mentioned that you got to do a dungeon. What else you been up to?
I did the dungeon, and then I got to do fishing. Honestly, I still haven't got Master Angler yet. I always forget Master Angler exists, because some of the areas, some zones, we all have favorite zones, and we have zones we don't like going into, and I forget about some of these zones, and so I haven't done any fishing in these zones. But thankfully, Moki remembers that I don't have Master Angler yet and reminds me, and so sometimes we go fishing in these zones. So now I'm a little closer to Master Angler.
I would like to get Master Angler, but not because I care about the achievement, just because I want the boat. But I don't want to do all that fishing.
The cat wants a boat.
Yeah. I don't like the water.
Where's the cat? On the boat.
In a bag.
Where's the cat? In the tree. Okay.
Hey, we are in a tree, kind of.
Yeah!
Yeah, we are.
I wish I had a tree
What have
house.
you been up to?
Me? Very little.
Besides being in a tree.
Yeah, very little. I got on and did a few writs because we talked about the Grandmaster crafting stations last week and the cost on those things. You know, we kind of speculated what we thought it might be, and boy, was I wrong.
1,500 writs
Yeah.
apiece.
Yeah, I was thinking, 1,000 a piece would be high.
Until I gave up on those things, like on the regular, like what I'm gonna do with writs and stuff. I had that much. I could have got one of them. I had them those writs laying around, and I was like, what am I gonna even do with these anymore? Because getting all those things, all those stations is really daunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then figuring out where you're going to put them in the space. And you are very aware of this, Never, because you were trying to do it with our guild hall.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
so I just started spending my writs finally, and now I'm regretting it.
Maybe we'll get lucky though, and maybe they'll treat it the way that they treat the chests. You know how you can either buy them from the vendor or purchase them for crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that I want it to. If it's 1,500 writs, it would be a lot of crowns.
It's gonna be, yeah.
But
it would be.
Yeah, but I mean, if they bring back gifting and stuff, that, you know, we could probably all pool together and get the 4 stations between us with that.
I
It's
mean,
just whether that's going to happen or
I sit
not.
on my crowns from my subscription anyway.
Well, is
So
that why you're lifted higher in the chair?
I am currently. Let me see. Hold on a second.
I don't know. He seems pretty grounded to me.
I'm
Yeah, I
currently
don't know.
sitting on 14,165 crowns.
Wow, someone's rich.
So,
Because
you know,
Sheet has coin if we have wares, guys.
That's right.
If-
Khajiit has coin.
if they made them available and I had enough to buy them all, then I probably would. But yeah, I'm trying to think just as a frame of reference, each individual Mundus stone is 4,000 crowns. If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Like, usually stuff like that is like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
A lot.
But I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I just went through and looked at the rigs that I have, and I've got some that if I do those, I can probably get to 1 station fairly quickly. I think I had one that was like 500 or 600 and something vouchers, and a couple that were over 100 and 200 each. So I knocked those
Well,
out.
I've probably got some of those I can give you and send your way.
The question is going to be whether or not I know the styles and things needed in order to do it, but we'll get there. We'll see what happens between now and
Get the shinies. We have faith in you.
Mm-hmm.
But that just means I have to sit down and actually start knocking those things out. I actually thought I might try to work on those during the show if there were crafting stations in here, and then I was like, wait, I can't because they have to be set stations. So perhaps one show we ought to just head on over to a guild hall somewhere that's got all of the set stations, and we'll just work on crafting a bunch of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
We'll just do a show that's like ASMR crafting noises.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Snugpod, where we're having a craft corner field trip today.
Today in the craft corner, we'll be crafting Hunding's Rage. Step 1.
Learn 6 styles. Or 6 traits. Or whatever
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Step 1. No, you have to learn 6 traits.
That's
Step
Right.
2.
actually true.
Sit there and be angry about the time that it takes to do it. Step 3. Forget about it and have it take 5 months longer.
Amazing.
Yeah, when I was doing
Accuracy.
all of those, I was actually I downloaded an app that you could go through and
Select.
you could set which things you were doing as you were doing them, and it would notify you when it was done. And I
my
was like,
gosh.
oh, okay, cool, I'm done with that. I can hop on real quick and knock another one out and get it started while I'm going to work or something. And it's like, cool, I went to
Goodness.
work, I came back, I went to work again and came back, and it was finally done. Work 2 shifts before it's actually finished. That's just crazy. But anyway,
I think it takes a month to memorize, to learn those things.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, we talked about that I think last week. Just the amount of time some of those things take, especially if you haven't
Yeah.
upgraded all your skills.
Yep.
It's like 30 plus days on the 9th trait. So
Wild.
crazy. What have you been up to?
I finished up the Undaunted event. I didn't like max out tickets or anything, but I did manage to squeeze in like one last ticket run, I think, on each platform before it stopped.
Nice.
The crates, oh, hold on a minute. I think Ninetail Fox just commented. This is the only tribunal worth acknowledging, he says. Thank you. Thank you, Ninetail.
It's very nice.
It's very nice of you. And thank you for being here.
Does that make me
yes.
like Lord Kitty Cat?
I guess so. So, yeah, I finished the Undaunted. The crates that we got for our logins this month, with my incredible RNG, of course, I pulled a style from the first one, and from the second one pulled the exact same style. So, yay, crown gems, I guess.
Yes.
I finally gave in and downloaded TTC on PC. Yeah.
What's TTC?
Tamriel Trade Center. It's
Oh.
an add-on. It's because I had so many style pages and motifs and stuff from running things over there that I was like, I gotta clear some space. And I'm terrible at pricing things, so I was like, look, I'll just download it. I can move this stuff. It'll be good. So, plus, we actually have a guild trader over on PC, so I figured it would help Chivas out as well, and Sparky putting money basically into the bank by being able to do some sales. So, yeah, I'm not like a huge seller, but, you know, now with that, maybe that'll change. So, we'll see. I've been working a little bit on my Nightblade, because things changed on this last patch, and there's probably a few things that are going to be changing again for update 40 here and there. So I was just kind of messing with some skills and moving stuff around on bars, which means that I'm absolutely confused on my rotation. And then last night, was that last night? No, 2 nights ago, because it was Friday and today's Sunday. 2 nights ago, I ran Vet Hell Raw with the PC Lore Seekers, and that was super duper fun. But again, I had been messing with my Nightblade, so my DPS was absolutely terrible. Because I was out of rotation and had stuff on weird bars, and CP was all messed up, so... but it was fun. We had a good time. Yeah, it was super fun, and I got my vet clear over there, so that was nice. And everybody, since they had run it before, pretty much like just gave me all of their gear. So now my sticker book for Hell Raw is pretty full, thanks to the Lore Seekers on PC. So, other than that, that's about it. I'm hoping to get another Lore Seekers ESO stream in here soon with Peanut, so we can talk about update 40 and get some more lore to the peoples. We just surpassed a year, which is hard to believe. I know that we all just surpassed a year on Snugpod not too long ago, but now we've surpassed a year over on that show too.
Technically, it's almost been 2 years now, because it's the
That's
9th
true.
month, and we started in January, and so
That's
we're
actually
very
true.
close.
We're getting
To,
close
like,
to 2
2
years, which
Oh
is
my
wild.
gosh.
Well, and we have way more episodes of this show than we do of the other one, because he and I had like a couple times during the year where it's been very, very busy, and we've missed, you know, doing a show monthly. So
That's why I'm
Hopefully-
like, what? It's been a year?
I know. It's been a year, but there's only technically like 9 or 10 shows, because we had a couple months where it was like off when we did them, or we did one where we did 2 close together, and so yeah. Only other thing that's happening is I am doing a couple things, or planning a couple things for Extra Life, because that's November 4th. So, like, actual game day is November 4th. So when those things get solidified and good to go, I will report back on those. But other than that,
It's the Bluey stream, isn't it?
it's totally going to be the Bluey stream. I'm doing the Bluey game.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Don't knock on it. I might actually do that, because if I get that game and it's 2-player, I could totally have Bacon Bit play it with me. Could be a fun time.
I love that. I love
he
how you
seen
just
it?
came up with that.
Say what?
Has he actually had a chance to see the game? Have you showed it to him?
No, I have not. It was funny because my husband earlier was like, "Did Mommy show you the Bluey game?" And he's like, "Bluey game?" And I was like, "Oh no, here we go." I was trying not to show it to him until it got closer. So
Nice.
We'll see. We'll see. He hasn't figured out how to do both joysticks yet. Like, he has like either one or the other. So either the character is like running around looking at the sky, or just he bashes things to death in game.
It takes a while.
Yeah, like he literally runs up to stuff and he goes, Mommy, can I bash it? And I'm like, yeah, and he will just bash an enemy to death, which is very tanky of him. But and yes, Ninetail, there is a Bluey game coming out. So all you have to do is search for it and you'll find it, trust me. But yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
You should turn off your notifications.
I just did. It was Discord. You know, it's because I had it on idle, not on Do Not Disturb. Wow. Maybe you shouldn't be sending us stuff like that in the middle of the show.
Hi, Peanut. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway. All right. Well, I guess that's all we've been up to, which seems like a lot. Maybe more so than recently.
It does sound like it's a lot of words to describe it, at least.
We're all feeling very wordy this
And I
evening.
didn't even mention my dolmen run I've been doing.
Yeah.
Where have you been running dolmens, Gwen? Everywhere. All the platforms. In Alakir. That's it. Oh, I got a camel. I got a purple camel. I thought that was funny because the unfeathered crates, like I decided to open all my crates and then I opened the unfeathered one and I ended up getting a purple camel and I was very excited because it wasn't a horse and I hate all the horses. But I thought it was funny that was the camel that I got because I've been running only the dolmen runs in Alakir on PC.
Amazing. Amazing.
Anyway.
Yeah, Gwen is officially crazier than me. She now plays everywhere. We have another Caddy Jax in our midst.
No, because Caddy has a second account now. She's crazier.
Long live Miss Hiss.
Wait, a second account.
There's Caddy and Caddy 2.0.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
was not aware of that. I knew about all 3 platforms, but...
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well,
Yep.
we've got some PTS stuff going on with the new update, right?
Yeah. It's currently happening right now.
At
PTS.
this very moment.
At this very moment.
If you use PC and your computer has space, you could try it.
This is true. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm linking for Ninetail Fox the the announcement of Bluey, the video game. They're a Bluey household as well.
Oh, very cool. I've never seen it. I think my kid's probably too old.
You're never too old.
They're technically
For
above the
Bluey.
target demographic. However, yeah, what Crazy said.
Well, I
You're
mean,
never
like,
too old for Bluey.
when did that become a thing?
Like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago?
right.
In the
Yeah.
U.S. In the
So-
U.S.
So it was something that she was already beyond that being a thing that she would have been interested in when it came out, I think.
Yeah. Ninetail said, yeah, but like there's Bluey clothes for adults.
That's
Yeah, there
true.
are. Argument invalid. Agreed.
We're biased. We're Team Bluey.
We are
Both our
biased.
households are very Bluey.
I went and saw Bluey live. I'm definitely biased. But
We
you
went-
didn't know this had turned into a Bluey stream, did you?
We went
We
years ago
stand
and
Bluey.
saw-
We stand Bluey and Tamriel.
We went out on a limb there.
We went several years ago and saw when our daughter was little. Jake and the Neverland Pirates and Doc McStuffins.
Yeah, Disney Junior. Disney
yeah.
Live.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was a live show.
I love it.
Yep. So fun
Love
stuff.
Love it.
Not what we're here to talk about, but that's okay.
No. Okay,
No,
back to
because
the
pirates do
PTS.
steal. Anyway,
That's
PTS
right.
stuff.
Oh, goodness. We talked a little bit about it last week, but the Update 40 base game patch is now on PTS, whoop whoop, and is accessible for those of the peoples that have a PC and want to download the PTS. There have been a lot of streams doing Endless Archive content, which is great, because it's really fun to see. I've heard nothing but, to be honest, really, really great things about the Endless Archive. I am so excited for us to get a hold of it. Yeah.
You know what the downside
I think that's
is?
one I'm actually going to wait to run on PlayStation first before I do it anywhere else.
The downside.
Because,
to
like,
that
I
is we-
want to run it. I really want to run it, but I know once I run it, I might get it out of my system, and I really want that gear for my warden.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to all be able to do it together, though.
We can trade off. We can see how long we go.
We
Yeah.
can
Like,
we can
who's the
definitely
best? Who's the best matchup?
Yeah, we could also just, which is not entirely fair because each run it'll have variation to it, but we could also start at the same time and see who survives the longest.
We each pick a companion, and we just go with our companion, see who lives.
Ooh, that could be a fun challenge.
I like that.
I was already thinking of ways to do it multi-platform, so now we can do it with us too. That could be fun.
Yeah, like I said,
it's just how many levels you can make it through. That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
But like I said, the thing that makes that difficult for it being a fair competition is that each run is different. So, we may start at the same time and face different things.
But each run is different. And the leveling system is different, but it's supposed to be like geared towards how like skilled you're doing per level. So it's just no matter how many levels you can get through. That's what we'll base it off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to trying it out. I'm not the biggest fan of roguelike kind of things, but there are some of them that are kind of fun. And this being a game that I won't say that I'm good at, but I'm at least familiar enough with to, I think, be somewhat competent at it. We'll be okay.
I really like the Endless Dungeon and Blades, so I think I'll like this.
Yeah.
Blades has an endless dungeon?
Blades has an endless dungeon.
Blades has an endless dungeon. It just keeps going and going and going and getting harder and harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was aware of that because I haven't tried Blades out in a long time. I only had it on mobile, and it's not really an ideal way to play for me.
Yep, the Not Sheogorath tells you about a statue that has a crazy dungeon underneath it that's unearthed, and challenges you to see how far you can get in there and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally Sheogorath, but it's like Geo Floor Slash or something. I don't know. It's like a really weird name mash of it.
Geo Floor Smash.
I kid you not, it's something weird like that. I know I got it wrong, but it sounds just as silly, I swear.
It sounds like somebody got really confused trying to describe the Hulk. Floor Smash.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so that's basically it. Basically, they just want you to get in there, test it out. If you find any bugs, definitely submit a bug report and whatnot so that they can make sure that it's the best it can be when it rolls out.
For sure on the bugs, because like you might see it, and you might see there's a bug, you might see even like a spelling error or some sort of issue, and it's like, they'll catch it. I don't need... No, those things get skipped. If people don't say it's there, they just think it's fine.
Yep. For sure. All right.
Child, you cannot have coffee.
Oh no, is your cat trying to...
Yes.
Small Khajiit is attempting to have caffeine? Goodness. Next thing. Defend the warrior poet with items from the new Buoyant Armiger crown crates, which we're sporting the body markings that you get from completing the Vivek quests in Vardenfell. Because we thought that would be fun to do tonight, right?
Actually, I always have these on. It was one of the first quests my character ever completed, and it was her first body markings, and so she always has these on. Like, every once in a while I might change it for, like, a special event or something, but these are her default body markings, actually.
Yeah, I wore these a lot initially, and my warden has these on all the time, because that's where I leveled my warden, was in Vardenfell. So she does wear them all the time, but my main here, usually, I change her markings from time to time, so, yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about the crown crates. Do you want to talk about them, Gwen, or never? Anybody have a particular fancy for these particular crates?
No. The one thing, I mentioned it in pre-show, that mining animation's pretty cool. The big green explosion. Not that those are, they're completely cosmetic and non-functional, but they look really cool.
Yeah, they do.
So I was saying that I wish that I could just drop, some of those 14,000 crowns on it and pick that up. Which I actually have enough crown gems to get that. I may do that, but yeah, some of these custom animations they're coming up with are pretty neat. And I haven't actually looked at all of this stuff yet, but a lot of green.
Yeah, if you go through the crates themselves, there's a lot of new things in them, and there's some really good stuff in there. I might wait and purchase these when they go on sale because, or if they go on sale, because there are some returning things, but a lot of them are new. So it says the new Buoyant Armiger Crown crates arrived in the Crown store. Well, they did arrive on Thursday the 21st. When claiming one of these new crates, Vivek's finest have a chance to acquire a selection of new and returning collectible items fit for Vivek himself. So it includes unique mounts, pets, furnishing, and more, just like always in the crates. But they have some new body markings, like the Necrim body markings, and a new evening attire costume, which I did see a few people a little upset at the cost of that with crown gems.
So, the new Harrowing Reaper polymorph.
Oh man!
So you want to run around looking like the Night Mother's corpse?
Oh, it looks so cool.
Get that. Because seriously, the legs are so skinny compared to the body and everything. You're running around like the Night Mother's corpse, just dressed up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want those crown crates. I'm trying to go to the store. There we go, so that I can show people these.
Is the polymorph things is the new 8,000 crown bundle, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 400 crown gems.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I not see that there's another one of those the 25 crate bundles or whatever it is that you had to buy if you wanted to get the exclusive polymorph thing that we had a while back? I thought I saw another one of those being put in. Maybe not.
No, there was. They did talk about that, but I don't recall what it was for. Let me see if I can find it.
It's not under featured, at least.
It's not.
There it is. Spell Scars Kiss Crate Bundle. Now you can transform yourself with the Spell Scar Sheath skin, which is included in the 25-point Armiger crate.
Yeah.
I just looked up at my screen from reading the article, and you are both down digging in bags. I was like, where'd y'all go? It's like, oh, there you are.
We left.
The Spellscar stuff's kind of cool.
Okay. So there was a movie a few years ago. It's called Guardians or something. It was like the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus and stuff.
Yeah.
The preening peacock skin makes you look exactly like the Tooth Fairy. I kid you not. That is how those colors scroll down.
I do not care for that skin.
You don't want to look like
I don't either,
bird.
but it looks exactly like the Tooth Fairy from that movie.
The skin that I do think is cool is the Spellscar one.
Oh god, no.
You don't like that one either?
I don't like most skins, for the record.
Well, I don't necessarily, I wouldn't wear it, but I think it looks cool. And that Quasigriff is wild. When you roll in on that thing, people are going to know that you're present.
It's like that song from like the land of the ice and snow in the mid. That is that in Quasigriff form, in mount form. That's what it is.
Yup.
That is Thor's mount.
Yeah.
Missing a couple of legs, but yeah.
The Buoyant Armiger stuff. There's some fun new things in there. Like there's a fungal mushroom that you can like play as this weird wet sounding drum.
I love it. I love that mushroom.
It's cool. It just sounds a little squishy.
I haven't actually heard it, but the emote itself I love. And then also, I really like the little Redoran sconce beetle. I think that's kind of expensive for just a light, though.
Yeah. Have you looked at the animation though?
Yeah, the
How
animation's
it opens and closes?
great. And then we also have the Harrowstorm Mists, which is only 40 crown gems for an FX thing, and we have it right now in the Snugpod. So that it's
I
cool.
really like the harvest leaf skin.
It rains down like kind of like a red leafy thing, which is pretty nice.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mhm. Also, this podium. Like, did you look at this Necrom podium?
Mm-hmm.
It has so many different options.
They're really cool. The other thing that's been very, very popular is the color streaked river braid. So there is a hair style that normally is like not streaked, and you can get it in other colors, I think. And then now it's in this darker color. Everybody really has been talking about that, liking that a lot.
Okay, why is there a Cliff Strider pet?
Because they made it just for you, Gwen.
Why?
I also really like this weird mint green and black zebra cat. It's a serval, but it looks like mint green to me, and then it's like, I don't know. It's got like zebra stripes. It's the best way to describe it.
It's a good kitty.
He's cute. Oh, speaking of cats, could hear that one.
Meow. Yeah, she's about to climb her jungle gym. It's
amazing. Lots of body markings, lots of new, Necrom armature.
The armor's really nice.
Armor,
like,
yeah,
all of the outfits just hit in this crown set, personally.
Yeah. This is actually a really good set of crates, in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of good stuff. There's a golden guar. Like, just good stuff in here.
I wouldn't be really disappointed getting anything in this set, I don't think, actually.
No, exactly. Me either. I just did the same thing. Never. I stood up and exited, and both of you are looking down through your stuff underneath the desk. It's good
I'm sitting in my chair again.
I decided
Sitting
to
in the
go
chair.
through
Me
and
too.
look through the crate stuff.
The crown store.
It's like, hold on, I dropped my contact lens.
I'm looking. So yeah, there's a lot of good things in there. Definitely check it out. There are the different bundles. That's what you were talking about, Never. There is a 15 crate bundle, including, that's the normal one, right? But then there's also the Spellscar's Kiss crate bundle, which is 25 of the crates, and the Sheath Skin. And then the Spellscar's Hiss crate bundle is 5 Arminger crates and the Salamander pet. So they've given a couple different options, which I appreciate. I still think it's steep for the combos of those things, but not bad. So, excuse me, pardon me. A little Bosmer yawn snuck in there. You're looking so majestic standing next to the table. Never. Oh, I embarrassed you. You looked away.
Someone didn't turn off their pings.
Yeah, and he made fun of me for it earlier.
Yeah, because you're supposed to know better. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I mean, how do we feel about this? Anything else to add about these, or are we
That's
ready
pretty much it. That's all I got.
The beetle sconce is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like,
and that bridge that,
I
Yes.
wouldn't
bought the
be
last
disappointed. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed getting anything out of these crates, except for maybe, like, the Scared of Cliff Racer emote.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wouldn't use it. But that's
I got 14,000 crowns. Maybe I'll buy a bunch. Maybe I'll splurge and buy 15 or 4. Probably 4. Just to see what I get. But not right now. What's next in the news?
Japanese localization.
Yeah. looks like console players are going to be able to enjoy Japanese localization with the Update 40 base game patch. That's exciting! So it's going to launch fully localized in Japanese for Xbox One, Xbox X and S, PS4, and PS5 on November 14th or November 15th, local Tokyo time. So yeah, on the Tokyo Game Show, Rich Lambert thanked the Japanese community and highlighted a lot about the game's most recent chapter, Necrom, which people will soon be able to play translated fully into Japanese in November. So that's very, very exciting.
Is that the voice acting and stuff too?
I think so, yep.
And they go back and do the entire game when they do that, right? Base game, all.
Yep.
This
has probably been a long-running project.
Yeah, I think they were doing localization for a couple of the main big language bases, for groups that they know play. So.
Yeah, that's a lot of dialogue to go back through and retranslate.
It's a big undertaking.
Yeah. I can't imagine the amount of time and effort that goes into, especially translating words you made up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess some of that
how does
stuff,
that work? Is it like in Japanese and then it says Necrom?
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of that stuff.
Okay, what it would be done is it would be the sounds of Necrom, and it would be written in
like phonetically.
Yeah, they do, because there's the hiragana, which is all of the local Japanese language, and then you use katakana for words that are being translated into the Japanese language phonetically that are not part of the actual language itself. So that's what it would be written in.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's gonna come when they launch Endless Archive, of course, for consoles on November 14th, and it'll be part of the update for them. So, pretty cool.
Very good.
Yeah,
Good
Rich
stuff.
is traveling full right now. He's in Tokyo for that, and then, he was in Japan for that, I would guess. I don't know whether he was in Tokyo exactly, but he's there, and then I think he's going to Australia for PAX Australia as well. So I think he's traveling man right now.
Way to go.
So it's great that they've been doing so much this year now, since things were kind of quiet for so long,
Yeah, it's actually been a really busy year for live events, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Quite
reached
busy.
out and asked if I was going to be able to tag along, but with vacation coming up soon, I was like, yeah, I really just need to be working right now. I can't take that extra time off. I don't have the extra vacation days. Like, sorry, Rich. I would love to. Next time you're going to be out for a little while, hit me up, and maybe I can make arrangements to fly with you. But I wasn't able to go this time around.
All right, so who's ready to put the cat back in the bag again?
I'm just sitting here shaking my head, considering you're the only person sitting in the Snugpod that hasn't met Rich.
I know, that's why it's funny.
Well, I know. He was like, I was going to invite, Crazy or Gwen to come, but, I've already met them, and, so I wanted to hang out with you for a bit. I'd love to.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how we got a Dark Brotherhood contract put out on Never. There we go.
Yep. Yeah. When we don't hear from him, we know. We know what happened. We know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's the real reason I won't be here next week.
Because you're dead.
Because I'm dead.
Oh gosh. Oh my.
Please send.
Is it lore time?
Please send.
It's lore
canned food to
time.
my kids.
Lore time. All right, lore time. Anyway,
Lore time.
so talking about lore, I want to also point this out because this is awesome. I forgot about this until I was cleaning and rearranging the Snugpod. But on the podium over here, I have a lore book called Havekral, Strangers from Oblivion. That was a drop in Scrivener's Hall.
Cool.
Yeah, so dungeon drop lore book. It's readable. It's sitting on the podium. Read it if you want.
Heck yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about tonight. Because of all of the cool buoyant armature crates and stuff, which I never thought I'd say cool and buoyant armature, but those were actually some cool crates. we're going to read about the buoyant armatures tonight.
Do it.
Because I know they work for Vivek, but that's all I know. So here we go.
Let's learn about them.
What we're going to be reading is called Buoyant Armatures, Swords of Vivek by Tarvas, Archcanon of Vivek, and this is a book that can be found in ESO in Morrowind, and it is a description of the buoyant armatures. Few embody Lord Vivek's spirit of adventure and exploration as proudly as the buoyant armatures. This military order of the Tribunal Temple serves Lord Vivek with dedication and heroic zeal, oath-bound to emulate the Master of Morrowind's command of varied arts of personal combat, chivalric courtesy, and subtle verse. These warrior poets stand as the champions of the Temple of Vivek's personal knights errant. They take on specific missions when available and wander the land in search of adventure when nothing else requires their intervention. The buoyant armatures perform their deeds and noble exploits in the name of Lord Vivek, even while they engage in a friendly rivalry with the more solemn ordinators. Most members of this knightly order come from the ranks of House Redoran. The noble ideals and sense of adventure match closely with the virtues of the house, so it's not surprising that Redorans are drawn to Vivek's service. Take, for example, Eleni Omian, the proud daughter of a House Redoran counselor. She could have found a place as a high-ranking officer in the Redoran military, or as a Redoran representative to another Ebonheart-packed nation. Instead, her daring and love of complex verse led her to join the buoyant armatures. A favorite of Lord Vivek and an inspiration to her fellow knights-errant, Omian visits Vivek Palace often, but rarely remains for longer than a day or two at a time. Then it's off on another mission or in search of her own adventure so that she can add more verses to her ever-expanding ballad of amazing exploits. Knight Omen, fair and pure, came upon some Nixox spore. Of quantity immense and odor intense, such a fowl could only have come from something extremely hostile. The ballad goes on to describe how Elianian Omen encounters her rival and sometimes lover, Ordinator Nissath, also on the trail of monstrous Nixox. The two exchange friendly jabs and engage in bawdy innuendos as they make their way into a desolate canyon after tracking the enraged creature's path of destruction. Ordinator Nissath, with a mighty sword and weapon to match, was eager to add such a terrible beast to his ever-growing catch. But Knight Omen spoke faster, assaulting the creature with a barrage of banter, inspiring. Her wit and words ended to the threat and averted disaster. Vivek encourages his knights-errant to hunt down and eliminate necromancers, blighted creatures, and the assorted champions of dark forces throughout the land. He expects them to remain true to Vivek's ideals while quoting from the warrior poet's writings or crafting their own verse as they seek out adventure. Novice members of the order don the traditional chitin armor of the Dunmer, chitin armor of the Dunmer. In contrast, more renowned knights adorn themselves with more expensive daedric or even glass armor. Whereas the ordinators stand somber and alert, Vivek's buoyant armatures leap and bound enthusiastically as they search for adventure, gushing with ostentatious bravado and dashing flamboyance. The typical member of the order is valiant, fearless, well-read, and a master of verse and rhythm. They revere Lord Vivek, who, in turn, blesses them with preternatural courage and a flair for dramatic performance. When our Lord Vivek requires agents to complete an important task or deal with an impending threat, he never hesitates to call upon his loyal and faithful buoyant armatures.
Wow, and well done remembering chitin.
It took me a second. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But I remembered it.
I was like, it's coming. The word that I said wrong for my entire lore lesson that one time.
My brain went, you gotta be chitting me. It's chitin.
Chitin.
Get it instead of cat, instead of kitten. You gotta be chitting me. It's chitin.
Nice.
That's how I remember. Anyway.
if you'd like to know more about Buoyant Armigers, they were a small military order of the Tribunal Temple, which were exclusively dedicated to answering Lord Vivec. They patterned themselves on Vivec's heroic spirit of exploration and adventure and sought to emulate his mastery of the varied arts and personal combat, chivalric courtesy, and subtle verse. They served the temple as champions and knights errant, like we heard in the story, and were friendly rivals of the more solemn ordinators. The majority of members who served in the order hail from House Redoran, as their ideals are closely related. They were based out of the Ghost Gate and Molag Mar on Vardenfell and tasked with containing the forces of Dagoth within the Ghost Fence and tracking down necromancers to bring them to justice. So that would be from Morrowind, the original game, correct? I believe so. They were led by a Grand Marshal and Deputy Marshal and used traditional chitin, glass, and daedric equipment, just like we also heard, and were noted for using spiky glass equipment and appearance inspired by the lessons in Vivec's sermons, which we won't even talk about those right now. There's 36 of those suckers.
No, we don't talk about those here.
They adopted the deep moss ash hopper as their mascot bug due to the admiration of their green carapaces. It is unknown if they were related to the Hidden Armigers, the spy network of the Ebonheart Pact. Buoyant Armigers and the other devotees of Vivec are often given blank books of verse to capture their divine inspirations for prayer readings. According to the founding myth of Vivec City, the Buoyant Armigers were formed when the three houses trapped Horde Mountain in a net of doubtful doctrine so that Vivec could pierce the monster with Muatra, which is that's his spear, right? I think. Maybe. After Vardenfell was opened, some members of the Order joined the Imperial Fighters Guild, and the person we just read about, this kind of just recaps all of that you just talked about. Yeah. It's unknown what became of the Buoyant Armigers after the rise of the New Temple. So there you go.
Right, yep.
They have a bug mascot?
They have a bug mascot.
Yeah, they did, because they really like the green on it, and it is a pet that and a combat pet that you can get. So, yeah.
That's cool.
That's why you saw it in the crates.
I love that.
Thought that'd be a fun one. Explain their ordinators now that you got all this ordinator stuff running around that you're probably going to be seeing people wearing.
Mm-hmm.
But now for the actual anti-murder Operation End Murder Hobo questions that we can get from the Buoyant Armigers. Step 1, we'll start with, how do the Buoyant Armigers sound to you? Do they sound appealing? Would you serve Vivec and be a Buoyant Armiger? Does a life as a Buoyant Armiger sound interesting to you? Or is there another god your character serves? Are they a part of any specific order, or do they just help out various deities from time to time? If yes, what order and why? Why did you join this order? And why are you still there? Do you believe in the order's purpose? Are you there for your own end goals? And those are going to be our Operation End Murder Hobo questions for the evening, related to our Buoyant Armigers. And if you cannot relate to the Buoyant Armigers, if there is another group that you do relate to.
Would I serve Vivec? I think I would need to read the 36 lessons before I make that decision.
I couldn't even get through the first one. I was like, I'm out. We're good. Sorry, bud.
That's that Kirkbride writing right there.
God, that whole Molag Bal thing. That just kills me.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's
a lot to try to accept.
I need the Aramithius version so that I can understand it and normal people speak.
Abridged. 36 lessons of Vivec abridged.
The abridged. He was trying to get me to read them on air last time, and I was like, no.
That's what we'll do next week. If it is just me, I can read the 36 lessons of Vivec.
Oh my gosh.
You can all struggle with me.
Ooh. I don't know.
Read the 36 lessons for an hour.
Yeah.
With opinions.
Yikes. Big yikes.
Well, what we could do, if y'all wanted, We could actually do those as separate individual recordings and put those out alongside the regular show.
Well, yeah, but some of them are really short.
Oh, well, you know, snippets.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really want to share the 36 lessons? Like,
I have no idea.
yeah.
I haven't actually read them. They sound like they
You
might
I
be
should,
don't
pretty
even want to
disturbing, though.
read them.
You
That's like a
should-
Halloween
you
horror
should-
story
you
right
should
there.
peek at some of them before you decide whether we'll release those as snippets or not. There's some questionable activity within them.
Right.
Like
Let's just say,
Molag Ball.
yeah, and Vivek's spear. That's what we're gonna say.
We're just gonna end that.
That's where we're
right
just gonna leave
there.
it.
So
Move
I don't
on.
think I would serve Vivek
yeah.
as my
Yep,
answer
yep,
to
we're
that
gonna-
question.
We're just gonna go fishing for a new topic here. How about that?
Wait, well, he's got to finish his murder hobos thing here. So
Okay.
In response to the question, I don't think I would serve Vivek. I think he's kind of narcissistic.
yeah, maybe just a hair.
You know, that whole making himself a god thing. So probably would be like, no, good. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I like our tribunal here probably better than the
Yeah.
actual tribunal, but you know.
Maybe we should create
Yeah.
our own 36 lessons.
36 lessons of Snugpod. Oh boy.
That would have been a great thing to do for episode 36.
Oh wow, would it have ever? That would have been funny.
The 36 lessons of Snugpod. Anyway,
Mhm.
cool. Don't see anything else in our notes. Am
No,
I missing anything? Is there anything else y'all wanted to bring up? Is there
I don't think so. Let's see. If we were the tribunal, though, the tribunal is also known as Almsivi, right? Because it's like a bit of each of their names. So would we be the Nego Guo? I don't know.
No, let's see.
Gwen Navavi?
Let's see. We're doing no, because if we're doing our characters' names, it would
Oh,
be
if it's our characters'
Nekadar and
Ne
Gwen Nkoazi.
and Jack. Nain Jack. Jane Dar?
Jane Dar.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is a product.
Najee.
Najee? Nain Jar? I don't know. I don't know. I give up.
The name jar. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just put our names in a jar and see what we
Name
come out
jar.
with.
Put our names in a jar, shake them up, and then that's, yeah. There
Put
you
the
go.
letters of our name individually into a jar. Shake it up, pull them out, see what we get.
Oh, goodness.
You should go get
I
some
know what
alphabet cereal.
I know what we would get. We would get our guild announcements.
That's what
Yes.
we would get.
Yes, we would. Somehow.
Wouldn't it be
That
cool
makes
if
sense.
wouldn't it be cool if we could use some Tamriel magic and announce guild announcements through people's bowls of alphabet cereal or alphabet soup,
That would be weird.
the little spaghetti alphabet things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're
Like,
talking about.
like how do I join the guild? Oh, what's this in my soup?
It's like, what is fishing on Monday in my soup got to do with anything?
Okay, go ahead, because I'm gonna get sidetracked if I continue.
Oh, Gwen's pulling out stuff to stab you with, I guess. I don't know.
It was an accident.
It was pretty funny. Okay, Mondays, we have our Mondays with Moki. That is fishing, Cyrodiil, whatever the group sees fit, deems fit, needs done. Yeah, so join Mondays with Moki. It's a good time. You can hang out with guildies and run around and do fun stuff. Treacherous Tuesday is for dungeons. That's our dungeon run day for lore. That's how all of us met. There's currently no, set time that this starts. It's just kind of a reminder to grow up and have fun running things on Tuesdays. And then we also have our Fearless Friday with Arthuria Dragoon, which is Undaunted. Undaunted.
We
are
think we are undaunted.
Undaunted. Yay! So that's where you do the Undaunted dailies and the Delve, grouped up with guildies for funsies. Yeah. That's all of our announcements, I think, other than the fact that there probably will not be a show next week unless Gwen decides to read the 36 Lessons of Vivek.
That sounds like a really poor idea. A very, very poor idea. I'm sure I can find a much better book.
I think so. That's our guild announcements for the week.
Yeah, so instead we'll just work on writing the 36 Lessons of Snugpod for next week.
Yes! Sounds great.
Lesson 1, always be late.
If you're late, you're early.
Yep.
At least that's how it is for me.
That's how it feels.
That's how it feels. If you're late, you're early.
Lesson 2, you can find us on social media.
Wow. Incredible.
Segue.
Just amazing. Look at the segue.
We're on the platform formerly known as Bluebird, at A Snugpod Cast. I'm sorry, at Snugpod Cast. That's at, not A. At Snugpod Cast. And you can reach us through 42-year-old and up mail, which is also known as email, through snugpodcast@gmail.com. And Gwen, if they want to watch or listen, can they find us anywhere else?
If you are listening to this and you want to watch us, you can find us on YouTube, search for Snugpod Cast, or on twitch.tv/A Snugpod Cast. And if you are watching us live and you would like to listen to this at your own convenience in small snippets or all at once, you can find us on your podcatcher of choice.
And if you want to join the guild, we have those. On all platforms, but primarily PC and PlayStation right now, right? There's not a lot going on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox has people in game that are active, but in terms of like consistently running events and things like that, right now it's pretty quiet. It's more of just the social gathering space.
Right.
But yeah.
So, we have guilds on all the platforms, and if you want to come be a part of that, head over to loreseekers.club. There's links for all the things there. There's you'll need Discord, and when you come in, there'll just be a brief little application process. Pretty short, should take no more than just a couple of minutes to go through that if you're interested. That just helps us get to know you a little bit. That way we kind of know that you're right for the guild and the guild is right for you. It's a good fit, and that way we can get together and have some fun. And if you have ideas for things you'd like for the guild to do, you can reach out to us. You can do that through the means we've already mentioned or in Discord. But until next time, which will probably not be next week. But
no, do not count on anything next week.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna wrap us up. You ladies have anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. Well, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel. And I actually got to do it. It was actually me this time.